What's going on, guys? Jacob Orth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas. Coming to you guys today with a topic that I'm really curious to see what people have to say down in the comment section. Because when I do a video like this and I really get to hear people's opinions, some of you are very, very sharp, and I like hearing what you have to say in the conversation you guys have down in the comments below. So we're going to talk today, as I put the shades on. It's not super bright, but it's bright enough today. And go ahead and subscribe, guys, to the channel, because there's never a shortage of things to talk about here in Vegas. But we're going to talk about the economy. We're going to talk about the economy. 2020 in Las Vegas, right? The year 2020 is now upon us. And some of the things that have been happening in recent years here in Las Vegas, particularly with the casinos, with the hotels and casinos, because as everyone knows, hospitality, tourism, those are the big money makers here in our local economy in Las Vegas, but also for the state of Nevada. Tourism provides a huge part of our state's income. And what has been happening recently with casinos, with hotels, particularly in terms of selling and just some of the business activities they've been taking on, are interesting to see how that's going to boast for us in the future. Because let's think back to, in recent years where we had MGM sold to Mandarin Oriental, where Hard Rock sold to Virgin. And if you guys remember, there was a stretch of time earlier where it was like every week there was like a different hotel rumor. And when it came to these hotels, it seemed like pretty much every big name here on the Strip was part of the discussion at some point, whether it was the Cosmo getting bought, or the Bellagio, or Circus, or Caesars getting bought, or Caesars selling a property, or whatever the case was. There were so many things going on about, the Rio possibly getting sold, which happened. Okay, the Rio was sold, and then Caesars sold to El Dorado, and then you have obviously Circus got sold. You have these sales of hotels that have been taking place in recent years, and also with these sales, obviously they're a way to get money, right? They're a way to free up debt, because a lot of people don't realize there's huge amounts of debt that a lot of these casinos and hotel properties have, which is why sometimes they wind up declaring bankruptcy, like Caesars did years ago, to get rid of a certain portion of their debt. So there's a lot of costs that goes in that are associated with these properties when you have thousands of employees and things like that. But also the amount of fees and costs that have been increased in recent years, and that's really what has pissed a lot of people off, are obviously when parking was implemented, right? Started with MGM, then Caesars jumped on board shortly after that, then Wynn Resorts did, but Wynn Resorts backed it off, and then also with resort fees going up. MGM would raise resort fees, Caesars would follow along. MGM would raise them again, or you have things like the CNF fee. You had fees and taxes coming in. Obviously, the room tax for the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium has been implemented. That's been millions and millions of dollars generated for that. So it was interesting to see taxes and fees going up over the years, and also you have hotel properties and casino properties selling off where they can. And some of you have mentioned this in videos I did before talking about this, where you've said basically you feel like these casino executives are doing everything they can right now to grab as much money as possible while the economy is still good, because we've gotten over 40 million tourists now several years in a row. Last year, with the amount of comments and people who are pissed off about resort fees and parking fees and things like that, and a lot of you have said, you're not coming back to Vegas anytime soon, or you've just said, hey, I'm going to cut down, from going to Vegas 4 times a year to just, once or twice a year, or whatever the case is. So a lot of people are upset with some of the changes that have taken place here in Las Vegas, but we've still continued to get millions of people to come here. I wasn't sure if the tourist numbers were going to be as high as they were recently, but the tourist numbers remained high. Lots of people still kept coming to Vegas. I didn't think resort fees were going to get raised again, but they did, and that ended up happening. And that's what a lot of you had commented. You said, these casinos understand that while the market is strong right now, they're going to charge whatever they can, or they're going to charge what people are willing to pay. And that's really just common business practice, right? You charge what the consumer, what the individual is willing to pay for a product or pay for a service. So if people are willing to pay it, then they're going to charge it. If enough people are not willing to pay for something, then they have to bring prices down, or they have to offer some other value to entice people to purchase their product or purchase their service. So with all of that being said, do you think we're at a point now in 2020 where we're going to be going down in our local economy here soon, or even on the national level, you could say, because with so many people that come to Vegas, we need people to have extra money to spend in order to be able to come here and spend it. When times are rough, people don't have the discretionary money to just come here to a casino and gamble, or go to a nightclub, or go to shows, or whatever the case is. When times are tight, people are still going to buy essentials. They still have to buy food. They still have to buy gas. They still have to buy clothes for their kids and things like that. But coming to Vegas is not an essential. Okay, a Vegas vacation is a luxury, not an essential for people. So when the economy goes down, that's part of the reason why this area really gets hit hard, is because there's just not as many people with the extra money to come and spend here. So I'm just curious to see what you have to say, but also what happens in 2020. If you think in 2020, 2021, we're going down, like several billionaires have said, like Tillman Fertitta or Ray Dalio, who think that we're at a point where we're gonna have to start going down in our national economy soon, how that's going to affect Las Vegas. And say we do start to go down, you have these changes coming in where you have some new ownership in some of these properties, you're gonna have new competition coming in, but you also have a certain segment of people that have been coming to Vegas for years, sometimes decades, who are really unhappy with a lot of these changes that have taken place over the years, and they're really unhappy with what the casinos have done. So in the next couple years, if economy goes down and we have new competition coming in, because we have different ownership coming in, we obviously have Resorts World coming, we have Circa coming, and things like that. It's going to be quite a change here if we have an economy going down and we've got more competition coming in. That's going to lead to a lot of good deals for you, the individual, coming to Las Vegas, because the competition alone is going to make them have to offer better deals. And then two, an economy where they are really hungry to get customers, they're going to have to offer better deals for that as well. So tell me your general thoughts about this. Tell me what you think about the economic outlook we're looking at here for Las Vegas in 2020, even going into 2021, what you see happening in the next couple years, because a lot of you have been coming here to Vegas for decades. And a lot of you, obviously love the exciting stuff, love the vacation side, but a lot of you also like to get into the details of how this town operates, how this area operates, and a lot of you like to follow the news and things coming out of casinos and coming out of hotels and stuff like that. So tell me what you think about this down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. If you want to see some other great content here on the channel, I'll throw up a video right here for you guys to check out. Thanks for watching. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.